Hi, so today in this video we're going to be going over 1015 chapter 1.4.2, which is the meaning of algebraic forms of a function. So we'll head over to our first problem. And these are basically just a ton of evaluating without a calculator. So working with the order of operations and just making sure you've got stuff going on right. If you feel confident about that, you don't really need to watch this video. Sorry, I had like hiccup things. Okay, so when we are thinking about solving equations, we're thinking about the order of operations. So the order of operations is a nifty little acronym that you can remember it by is PEMDAS, or Please Excuse My Dear Aunt Sally. And basically it goes that parentheses goes first, or any other groups. So for instance, when you have a radical, anything inside of that radical is an implied parentheses. Absolute value is a parentheses, brackets are parentheses, squiggly brackets are parentheses, anything that groups it. E is for exponents, which is like 4 to the x, or like 3 or whatever. You saw that first. Multiplication and division, they're on the same level. You want to do those first. And then addition and subtraction are also on the same level. You do them last. And if everything comes down to, eventually you can just solve left to right once you've taken care of those things. So now, without further ado, we'll evaluate this without a calculator. So first we have 9 divided by 3. I don't know, I wrote 5. 9 divided by 3 plus 5 minus 1 squared. Now, we notice parentheses, so we'll do that first. That gives us 4. So 9 divided by 3 plus 4 squared. Now we can square this. So we have 9 divided by 3 plus, and then 4 times 4 is 16. And then then we have a division left still. So we have 9 divided by 3, which is 3, and then plus 16, and then that will give you 19. So the answer to this problem is going to be 19. This one is the same principle. We notice parentheses first, so we'll do those first. And inside those parentheses, we notice multiplication. So we have 12 minus 1, and then 54 minus 22. And then you can do what's inside those parentheses. So you have 5 times 11 plus 7 times, and then 54 minus 22 is, well, we can set it up like this. So 54 minus 22 minus 2 minus 2. So we get 32. Now we can multiply these together. 5 times 11 is 55. And then 7 times 32. 2 times 7 is 14. Carry the 1. 7 times 3 is 21. So we'll have a 1, and then, we'll add the 2, and then we carry the 2. Yeah, I didn't explain that very well. Hopefully you know how to do multiplication. So then you get 2, 2, 4, and then you can add those together. 2, 2, 4, 55. That gives you 9, 7, 2, 279. That's my lucky number. I always see that number everywhere. Evaluate. So we see 2 parentheses here. So we have 9 plus 3, which is 12. And then 23 minus 9. So we have 23, 9. Carry 1 over, 13. 13 minus 9 is 4. So we have 14. So 12 times 14. Now we can multiply those together. And then on the bottom, we have 100, because 10 squared, we're doing our exponent. And so 100 minus 76. And multiply these top first. So 12 times 14. And we'll do 14 top. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 1 is 2. Add a 0. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 1 is 1. Add those two together. You get 8, 6, 168. So you have 168 on the top, divided by, and then 100 minus 76, 0. And we're going to turn this into a 9 and this into a 10. So we have 4 and then 2. So we have 24 on the bottom. And then we know that this can be simplified more because they are both at least divisible by 2. And so that will give us 12, and then 168 divided by 2, 8, and then 4, 84. And that can be reduced down even more. And my guess is by 4 even. So 4, 84, 2, 1. So we have 21 and then 3. And that can be reduced more into 7 and 1. So our answer for this question is 7. Evaluate. So we see parentheses first. So this is going to turn into 4 times 4, which is 16, minus 3 in our parentheses. And I know I'm speeding through these. I'm just trying to show some of what you can do. Over 10 divided by 5 times 1. So then you'll have, you'll need to distribute, do what's in the parentheses first. So you have 13 times 3, and then negative 31 plus that. And then 10 divided by 5 is going to give you 2, and then 2 times 1 is just 2, so we have our bottom now. 3 times 13 is going to be 39. So then we have negative 31 plus 39 divided by 2. Now we can do what's on the top. And I know you're probably thinking like, wait, this is addition and subtraction, but we still have a dividing sign. We can treat the top of this as parentheses and the bottom of this as a parentheses, as a group. It's implied. So negative 31 plus 39 is going to give you 8, and then 8 divided by 2 is going to give you 4. So your answer will be 4. I know it's a bit confusing because there's no explicit parentheses around the top, but that's how you're supposed to solve it. So for this one, we can see that this is implied parentheses because there's a radical. So 83 minus 34, let's do that real quick. 7, 1, 13, 9, and then 4, so 49. We have the square root of 49 plus 2 squared. Now, the square root of something, radicals, it doesn't have to be square root, but radicals are on the same level as exponents, so we solve these both, which will give you 7 plus 4 on the top, and then you'll have 2 times 3 on the bottom, which is 6, minus 16. Now you can simplify that further. You have 11 over negative 10, and that would be your answer. I could be solving these wrong. Sometimes I make little errors, but the process is about the same. If you're getting it wrong, just recalculate things. And it's good to do it on paper. So absolute value signs are in fact parentheses, but first we need to do what's on the inside. Yeah, we need to do what's on the inside. So we have 3 plus 7 times negative 6, which is negative 42. We can simplify that to negative 39. And the absolute value of that is going to be positive 39. So 8 minus 39. Because so this inside was negative 39. So we'd have 8 minus the absolute value of that. And that just changes to 8 minus positive 39. So we're still minusing 39. It's weird. And 8 minus 39 is going to give you negative 31. And then our bottom, we have 4 squared, which is 16, and then plus 9. That is going to give you 25. And that cannot be reduced further. So negative 31 over 25. You'll get weird answers sometimes. This one's telling us to evaluate the following expression when A equals negative 4, B equals 4, and C equals 1, and D equals negative 2. So we'll just plug those in. So we have negative 4 times 4 minus 1 squared over negative 2. So parentheses first, so we have 3 on the inside, so negative 4 times 3 squared over negative 2. 3 squared is 9, so negative 4 times 9 over negative 2. Negative 4 times 9 is negative 36 over negative 2. You can divide those now, and that will give you positive 18. That would be your answer. I'm going through them quick, sorry. The plot below represents the function f of x. We want to find f of 3. Now that basically means what does graph equal when x equals 3? So we go up, we find x equals 3, and then we go up and we say, oh, here's where it hits, and then we say, what's our y value? And that would be 4. Now, conversely, when it's f of x equals 3, sorry, let me turn off my alarm. Conversely, when when y equals 3, f of x equals 3, we want to find what that equals for x, and that will be 2. X equals 2 for that. And this one's different. I don't know why they tagged this on to the end of this whole like equation type thing. There's so many equations to solve. I feel bad for you guys. So now we're saying let f of x be the function. F of x equals 5x squared minus 6x plus 1. So first we'll plug in negative 2 for x. So 5 times negative 2 squared minus 6 times negative 2 plus 1. And that will give you 5 times 4. And now, one thing to note is so negative 2 squared and negative 2 squared, these are different. These are not equal. Because we do exponents first, not subtraction, right? So, or even multiplication if you see it that way. So this would apply. So you'd get 4, but that negative would still be there. But this one, you're timesing negative 2 by negative 2. And a negative times a negative is a positive. So this equals positive 4, this equals negative 4. That's something to keep in mind. So in this case, this is 5 times 4, because it's in parentheses, minus 6 times negative 2, plus 1. That will give you 20, minus negative 12. Sorry, it was weird there. Plus 1. That gives you 20 plus 12 plus 1, which is going to give you 33. Your answer will be 33 for that. Yeah, I know I went through that quickly. If you have any other questions, please let me know, and I'll answer it as soon as possible. Yeah, have a good one. See ya.